What's going on, folks? Fight Day live chat, UFC 270, two title fights in the main event and co-main event slots. We got the heavyweight strap on the line, Cyril Gane trying to unify the belts, going up against undisputed champion Francis Ngannou. And then on the flip side, we got the flyweight strap on the line, the third meeting and a couple of changing of the positionings here as well. Um, we got Brandon Moreno as the champion now, going up against Davison Figueiredo, and other name value is kind of lacking on the card, but still some fun fights to be had. Michel Pereira, obviously, on the card. He's always a fun time when he's in the cage. Cody Stamann versus Saeed Nurmagomedov should be fun. Um, I'm expecting a decent amount of finishes on this card, at least from memory. And unfortunately for the public folk, I won't be sharing my official plays this time. For those of you that have been following me for a while, um, you guys know kind of what my shtick is. If I have a 3 event winning streak or longer, I put everything behind the Patreon, and then once I hit my losing event, I go back to free picks for the public. So if you guys want to know what the picks are, Lock the Night players, apparently, well, not apparently, I have one parlay, I have 4 money line bets. I have 3 totals bets, and then I have a sprinkle on 2 long shot props that I'm hoping that are going to come through for us tonight. But I will give it the free dog of the night play, which I've been doing all week, or at least for the last 24 hours or so, since I have so many plays. Again, this is more action than I normally have on a card, but there's a ton of spots that I very much like, and I feel as though if I hit them all, I should end up in the green, no matter how many bets might crash today. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I sweep the board. Obviously, it'll be nice to sweep the board, but I feel like I set myself up in a position where we will hit the green no matter what. So fingers crossed. But yeah, free play is the dog of the night play, which is Davison Figueiredo. I got in on him earlier this week, actually at plus 150. Smart thing to do probably would have been to wait for the weigh-ins, but a couple of things kind of led me to believe that he would come in the best shape of his career at this point. And one of them, the main reason of them being the guy's training with Henry Cejudo, right? Like the a lifelong weight cutter in Henry Cejudo. I'm sure he's been sharing his tricks of the trade with Davison in terms of being able to get into the best shape possible, bring the weight down correctly, and make the scale. And that's exactly what he did, man. Came in as a second fighter right behind Brandon Moreno, 124 pounds. The guy looked great on the scale, in my opinion. I'm seeing, a couple of things out there, people saying, oh, he looks sucked out and dry. Of course, the guy's going to look sucked out. You know what I mean? Like, the guy is cutting weight. That's what people look like more often than not. I thought he looked great in terms of his mannerisms and everything, right? Jogging up to the scale, seemed pretty lively on the scale as well. Those are the things I look for. It's the mannerisms and the gestures and the body language. That's what I look into, not so much they look sucked out. Of course they're gonna look sucked out. That's what happens. I saw a couple people commenting on it, saying, earlier in the week it was he's not gonna make weight or the weight cut's gonna kill him. And then, since he made weight, the main argument seems to be everybody pointing at his age now at 34 years old. Honestly, the entire week, or even in the entire lead up for this fight, I never heard a peep about people speaking about his age and him being 34 years old. But all of a sudden, after the weigh-ins, that's all I'm seeing now. So we'll see what happens. Again, I think the line is incorrect. I think it should be closer to a pick 'em. Sure, you can make Moreno maybe a small favorite, but if these guys are to fight 10 times and they've already fought twice, I don't think Moreno dominantly wins like that as often as the odds indicate at this point in time. So I'm hoping we see Davison from the first fight and he goes out there and just tries to take off the head of Moreno. Moreno said something very interesting during the press conference as well. He built up this aura of Davison going into that first fight, and then he was able to shatter it going into the second fight since he had gone a full 5 rounds. So I feel the thing that Davison needs to do here is make him respect him again, make him feel that power, maybe try to land that significant blow that either causes him to wobble or give up a knockdown or something. But again, Moreno's tough. He's very tough, chin of granite. The guy's taken some crazy shots in the past, but I still like. We'll see. We'll see how it goes down, but I think it's going to be a great fight. As the card has gotten closer, I am way more interested. Actually, no, I am just as interested in the co-main event as I am the main event. When they originally announced it, I was like, "Why do we need the third one? Right? Give Askar Askarov his shot, or give Alexandre Pantoja his shot." But I'm in. Davison sold me on it. People can call it cringe. People can say whatever they want about how Davison has carried himself, especially during fight week. I love it. I ate it all up. I love the Bond villain that he's turned into, and I'm hoping that he can go out there and actually get the job done, man. I hope he gets his hand raised here, and then we can start running with this. I call it the mad God of War, right? And not mad as in he's furious, but mad as in he's lost his mind. And if you guys have seen some of the pictures that have been floating around over the last 46 hours or so, or 48 hours, you guys will know exactly what I mean, right? The gold teeth, the glasses, the everything, just everything about him. I fucking love it. So we'll see. All right. Let's get into the comment section here, or the chat, live chat. That's what you guys are here for. Appreciate everybody joining up already. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. That is obviously uh ask number one that I always ask of you guys. Um, Easiest thing to do, 2 clicks of a button. That's it. All right, let's get into the comment section here. Appreciate everybody joining us. I see you, Marcus. I see you, David. I see you, C. Andrews 99. WRX tuned up says Barcelos, Moreno, and Ngannou. Rex Lee in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Derek saying, I'll be curious to see what the pay-per-view buys are given the price range raise. So the price raise was strictly for the US people. I've been seeing some people saying in Canada or the UK or whatever the fuck, they're saying, oh, the price is now raised. It's not raised for the rest of the world. I already bought my pay-per-view. It's 64.99 Canadian, which came up to just short of $70 Canadian. And in US dollars, that is about $55 US is what we're paying for it up here. You guys are the ones having to pay the $84 after taxes and all that shit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate everybody in the chat saying what's up. I see you guys. I see you, Mac. I see you, Pablo Cruz. See you, Buffalo on the beat. Don't panic ours. What's going on, my brother? Lock, my man. How's it going? I'm 50-50 on the main card, but I'm going to take a shot at Gane. I don't really like this card for betting, but I got a couple parlays and 2 single bets. Good luck tonight. Yes, good luck, my man. I'm on the Gane side as well. I'm hoping that he comes through. I'm hoping the technique comes through at this point in time. And I'm hoping that it doesn't look as hard as most people are making it seem. Again, that would just be less of a sweat, is what I'm saying. But it should be a good fight. Seth Jones, how confident are you in Gane to control the fight? I think he's in danger for the first 10 to 12 minutes. After that, I think he should start to take over. Like, still, he'll be able to move around the cage again. We got the 30-footer, nice big cage. He moves very well in that cage. And I'm hoping he can do that here as well. Land a couple kicks on the outside, and we'll see what's up. TJ Mizzy on Figgy as well. Appreciate that as well. See Andrew saying keep going back and forth with the Pereira fight. May stay clear of that. The line is wide in my opinion, wide-ish, but I think he handles this guy. I don't know if he finishes him, but I think he does beat this guy no matter what. Greg Childers saying Stamen a good dog. I like him at these odds, man. I like him at these odds. I think he'll make it a very grinding fight and tough for Saeed to let his striking go from the outside. Stamen would have to fight a kickboxing fight for Saeed to have success in this and stay at that kickboxing range. I'd be surprised if he does either one of those. Daniel Edwards saying it's a long shot, but 8 of those fights not to go the distance parlayed. It's about plus 900 DGen time. Again, I'll drop the over under parlay for you guys later tonight, or sorry, later in the stream, closer to the end of it, and then you guys can see where my head's at as well. Don't panic. Ours. Gane had a few ways to win. Francis only has one way to win. He won't win a decision against Gane. Absolutely. Northeast saying you think maybe he lost some power. I believe you're talking about Davison. I'm not sure. I think he's fine. Unless you're talking about Ngannou. That guy has not lost any power. Yes, Vince asking over under parlay. That will be at the end of the show. So probably another 40 minutes or so. Mixrest didn't cry after he made weight. Always a good sign. Yep, that's true. Usually when guys exclaim after they make weight, you know it's been a tough cut. That's kind of another telltale sign there. Richard Perez under 1.5 in Madalena Rodriguez. Love it. And over 2.5 in Gane and Ngannou parlay. Again, that over in the Gane and Ngannou, that's always risky business when you're talking about guys like that. I like the under. I like the under. If you could do the over 1.5 in Gane and Ngannou, that would feel a little bit better. Mbe is saying Figgy to win by unanimous plus 2,300. God damn. Interesting. I thought his just regular decision line was nice at like plus 450. That's not a bad spot. Mixture X saying 23 to 1 is pretty fucking good. Yeah, I'd agree. Justin T in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the like. Good luck on your bets tonight. Let's go. Casual MMA saying big dog card. I absolutely agree. I agree. Greg Childers saying the Mad King. Yeah, like kind of like that, right? Kind of like that. I want somebody to make an artistic rendition of the Mad God of War, like him just losing it. You know what I mean? I would love to see it. I feel like that's have you talked to I feel like that's a that's a setup for something I probably shouldn't be saying. Love you, SD Crusader. I stand to win around 750 on Figgy tonight. One of my largest plays I've had, but it's all spread out with parlays that add Figgy that already hit. Nice. I love it. Mr. X, drug warlord Figgy for the win. Yes, I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind drug warlord Figgy either. Mac, I want to know what Ngannou would have to do to get you to pick him in a fight. Yeah, trust me, I've been seeing all your comments throughout the week, Mac. I just haven't had the time to actually um, acknowledge it, but I'll obviously do it here. Obviously, that's what this stream is for. Yeah, more often than not, I do normally pick against Ngannou. But if he beats Cyril Gane here, it would be hard pressed for me to pick against Ngannou anymore. Like I obviously I chose I believe I picked Blades against him the second time, and I thought that Blades' wrestling would come in handy there. But again, it just seems like Blades can't go up against any of these super heavy hitters. I can't think of the other spots that I picked against him. Stipe, maybe. I thought it was just because Stipe ate his shots in the first fight that he'd be able to eat him again. Yeah, I don't know. But Sirgan, best heavyweight of all time, skill wise. And I think it will come to fruition tonight. If he can't get it done against Ngannou, I will never bet against him again. Don't panic, Arj, reminding you guys to hit that like as well. Appreciate that. DXJC, Fig looks way better than he did last fight week. I still think Moreno beats him, but it's not like last time where Fig looked to be cutting multiple days out from weigh-ins. Exactly. The line is too wide, in my opinion. Mr. X, the price raises to go after bars and restaurants, and rich people won't care. It's very inelastic market. Yeah, I agree there. I agree. I think the buy rates will likely stay the same. I don't think it's going to be a big issue for people that were already buying pay-per-views, and the people that like I really think the people that are making an outcry about it are the ones that stream at the end of the day anyway. That's my assumption. I don't think an extra $5 or so are gonna, make it or break it for somebody whether they're gonna buy the pay per view or not. Greg Childer saying Gone money line and Francis by KO second round as a hedge. Even just sprinkling round one and round two, in my opinion. I think it's plus 400 round one, plus 600 ish round two. I could be off on that. Depends on your book, but we'll see. Omar E. Can Gon defend Francis leg kicks? I've seen this brought up. And if I'm not mistaken, it was actually Z that had brought it up. I could be wrong. Shout out to my guy Z. But Volkov was landing a significant amount of leg kicks on Gon throughout their fight, and it didn't hinder his movement like at all. And Volkov was throwing them from round one to round five, whereas Francis, I think his only effective leg kicks are going to be earlier in this fight, rounds one and round two. After that, I think it's going to start to fall apart, and I think he might start to get scared in terms of possible counters that are going to be coming his way, especially from the fresher and faster Gon, especially the later that this fight goes. Brian Anthony, people said the same thing about Cater. If you can be more specific, I will absolutely um, talk on that. Sean V saying Gon gonna get knocked the fuck out in round two. Urban Menu, Jersey Sublock. You think this is a good play? Pereira to win and over 1.5 at plus 100. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Mr. X saying Paw Patrol Giles is the favorite now. I'm surprised the line actually flipped there. See, Andrew saying, how do you think the Pete Rodriguez fight goes? I like Madalena here, realistic boxing. It's his wrestling game that I feel is being underrated in this fight. He landed whatever. I believe he landed a couple takedowns against Ange Lusa on the Contender Series, but I feel like he's going to go for the takedowns in this fight against Rodriguez to try to stay away from that big power. And then I think a submission is incoming, man. I gave it out on the Prop and You Up show this week. Madalena by sub is around plus 600. I think that's worth a shot in this spot. Grateful dude, how many finishes do you think there will be tonight? Let's see. Let me just pull this up. One, two, three, four, five. I'd say at least five. About five or so out of the 11 fights that we have. Is it a style thing in regards to why I don't pick Francis? Again, I think it's all power reliant, right? I like betting guys that have more avenues to victory. And I feel like more often than not, no matter who he's going up against, they usually have the path to victory, unless he's going up against uh, a not as mobile striker. You know what I mean? Like I may have picked JDS against Francis, but looking back at it, like that's one of those spots where I probably should have picked Francis because that power was going to land at a certain time. Um, but yeah, with Gane, best footwork in the heavyweight division, good movement. We'll see. Casual MMA, he just had such huge improvement versus Stipe in the second fight. Again, I think that's being slightly overblown. Again, it was good what he did. He was double jabbing his way, but like, how long will that carry him? Like, it's still, in my opinion, nothing has changed in regards to his win condition, which is he needs to get that knockout within the first two rounds. If he doesn't, then I think he starts to get into trouble. That's where I think that Gunn will start to exceed and excel in this spot. So yeah, he's throwing jabs now. Yeah, he's throwing a couple leg kicks now. Oh yeah, he stuffed one takedown. Great, good improvements. I'm glad that he's not just that winging brute that was in the Jairzinho Rosenstrike fight, but I think that one fight of improvement, I feel like it's being a little bit overblown. Let's see him do that more. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Peter Houghton saying Gone and Figgy, let's go. Yes, I am team and new tonight. Nico, who do you think is Gone's toughest challenge if he wins this fight? Personally, I think it's Curtis Blades because we have not seen Gone tested in his grappling yet, and that's the one question mark that we have. Um, yeah, he hasn't been tested there, and I feel like a really good wrestler like Blades could do it. Does Gone does have knockout power, but it's not like a Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou knockout power. Excuse me. I think that would be his toughest test. And again, it's all styles, right? Which is hilarious because Francis nukes Blades over and over again. I think Blades is going to be a huge fan of Cyril Gane tonight, hoping that he gets the dub. Robert Sella is saying heavyweights are so bad. That's the only reason Ngannou does well. Gane will destroy him. I I I I I won't be as harsh to the heavyweights by saying they are so bad, but the knockout power is way more prevalent in this division than any other division. And yeah, that's why Ngannou is at the top. More often than not, every fighter that he fights, skill wise, could be better than him. It's just that power that is nobody can stand up to. So Kane Music is going to the fights tonight. Enjoy the fights, my man. It should be a great night of fights. Again, name value not the greatest, but I feel like there's going to be a ton of fights that definitely deliver on entertainment value. All right. Aaron A saying gone in round three. I don't see Francis lasting the whole 25. I think well, Gone finished I believe Gone finished Derek Lewis in round four. Did he not? Let me just pull it up. Oh, it was round three. I don't know why I thought it was round four. Either way, I think he's going to be a little bit more tentative compared to when he fought Derek Lewis, and that could push it into the fourth or fifth round. Robert Sella and Ngannou at 170 doesn't get into the rankings because there is Ngannou there and a better version, in my opinion, and his name is Chaos Williams. Bang. Robert Sella with the fucking knowledge right there. I hope I'm not butchering your last name. Cella or Sella. I apologize. Ryan Lozano saying, I heard on Wager It Up YouTube that word is Francis injured his back. You hearing anything like that? I have not heard that at all. PayPal my money saying people forget about inflation. This is normal. Blame the Fed. There you go. Tristan Sherhouse saying, shout out to my guy Tristan saying, Weird Taporia was talking all that shit about Evlev when he was the one going to pull out anyway. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. That would have been absolutely hilarious. But again, both almost karma are there, right? That is pretty much karma. Voodoo saying after the cancellations, do you know the early prelim start time? I believe it's still 6 or 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. So we are about 5 hours away from it. Mr. X in the chat saying Gone point spread -5.5, -115 is the best way to play Gone, in my opinion. Covers, finish, and dominant decision, which is pretty much how Gone wins. I agree. I like that as well. -115 is not a bad line either. Richard Perez saying you heard about Falakra Bramley. I have not. Please let me know. It's been a minute since I've been to Bramley, but please let me know. Big versus small in COVID era has skewed the finishing stats and our expectations for finishes as well. Yeah, it's been they don't fight that often in those small cages pre-COVID, but now they do. So Urban saying, Lock, you seriously think Ghana has surpassed DC skill wise? Oh, DC was a great wrestler. And DC was a light heavyweight. Let's be honest. He was a light heavyweight. His boxing was all right, but Cyril Gane, next level. Again, to it's one thing to have the wrestling capabilities at heavyweight, but to move like a fucking middleweight, welterweight, whatever you want to call it, and be that precise with the striking, that takes the cake, man. It's unbelievable. And I plead with you guys if you haven't watched the official weigh-ins, or sorry, the official weigh-ins, it's so mind-boggling to me how big Cyril Gane is still, right? Like, I don't know what it is because we always talk about how good he is with his footwork and his movement and all that, but then you see how big the motherfucker is. Insane. Absolutely insane. See Andrew saying Gennaro Valdez can cope with Frivola and get a finish. I'm hoping for a finish in that fight as well. Again, Frivola for me would be a lock of the night play if he had the durability. He does not. I cannot do it. Thomas Kane, Aspinall is plus 124 over Volkov. Parlaying with your favorite picks today. That line is off. I absolutely disagree. I absolutely disagree. But again, we're talking about 270 tonight. Greg Childers saying, "Will Francis shoot it all?" I'd be surprised if he does. He might throw a couple feints in there just to try to, confuse Gone, but I'd be surprised if he's the one going for takedowns here. I'm very surprised at the amount of Aspinall love out there against a highly skilled heavyweight and experienced guy in Volkov. I'll be all over Volkov in this spot. Just pre-tape. I gotta watch it still, but I'm not sold on Aspinall at all. And guys, Giga Chikadze, Calvin Kattar. I know. I was on the Giga Chikadze side. I thought it was a bad stylistic matchup for him in regards to the kicking game of Giga, but you could break that down as simple as hype versus experience. I feel like Tom Aspinall is hype, and this fight is way too big of a step up in competition, in my opinion. Dylan R saying it is crazy how stuffing that one Stipe takedown seemed to change the general consensus on Francis so much. Yes, I agree. That's why I feel like that win over Stipe, although impressive, is being just a little bit overblown. Mr. X saying Francis won't win rounds. I agree. Standard Block saying I have a €5 or pound. I keep forgetting what goddamn sign that is. I'll thank you for 6K later. I hope they come through, my man. I hope they come through. That would be nice for sure. Urban Men in New Jersey, if Figgy submits Brandon in round 3, will that warrant a fourth fight? Oh, I feel like no matter what the outcome is here, you got to give Askarov or Pantoja a shot. I know Askarov is fighting Kaikar France in March. Let one of those fight for the belt, and then let's get these guys back into it. Um, Chad brings up a decent point here. Gane is fast, but Ngannou is more explosive and even faster. Can Gane avoid literally every shot? I doubt it. He's good defensively, but Volkov is probably the least explosive and landed plenty on him. Difference between Volkov and Ngannou is Volkov is a tremendous striker. Like he is a very good heavyweight striker, way more technical than what anything Ngannou brings to the table. And he does combinations, leg kicks, all that stuff. That's why he's landing as cleanly on Gane is. And Ngannou, again, you're right. He will land a couple shots on him, but it's not like that one shot is going to knock him out. It needs to be the perfect shot. Well, close to perfect, right? And Ngannou just isn't Ngannou. He has freakish power, but like we've seen Derek Lewis stand up to it. We've seen Stipe Miocic stand up to it for 25 minutes. Now we got the best fighter, in my opinion, to ever grace the octagon as a heavyweight to take it. Again, it's fucking MMA. It could happen, but I would rather be on the side of the guy that has way more opportunities to win this fight rather than just hoping that one big shot lands, because if it doesn't and Ngannou starts to slow down, the finishing rate of heavyweights start to significantly plummet, especially the later a fight goes, but not for my guy Cyril God. So we'll see how that happens. All right. um, Jaden saying sounds a lot better than the Hail Mary parlays I lose every week. Uh, I did hit a Hail Mary one last week. I will say that. You guys are absolutely demolishing the chat right now. So I'll do as best of a job to catch up to you guys here. 162 of you in here. Appreciate every single one of y'all. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. Please do show some support for your boy. Yeah, WRX saying, remember Kane one hit behind the head. That is not the Kane of old, right? Like that's not that was a compromised coming off a long layoff, injury prone Kane. Again, this is the best fighter at the best time that Francis has ever fought. Excuse me. And we'll see how that happens or how that goes down. Um It's funny that I'm like getting these random people in here saying that Francis has an injury of some sort. I'm not sure if they're trying to fuck around with the betting line or what. Richard Perez, so basically the manager of Bramley conducts sexual intercourse and ejaculates into the shoes and sells them to his customers. I have not heard that at all. That is fucking crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely not going to Bramley anytime soon. Haven't actually in like years, to be honest. All right. Again, I apologize if I'm skipping or skimming through some of the comments here. Again, I want to keep this strictly on UFC 270. I know there's some Aspinall Volkov talking there. Well, the fight is still a little bit away. I want to focus on UFC 270 because we have a limited amount of time here to go through them. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Last thing I will say about the Volkov fight, never NVM saying Volkov looked like shit against Tybura. I am not of the belief that a fighter has regressed unless it's been more than one performance. And I'm going to chalk that up to, an anomaly of a fight. Still got the dub, but yes, I agree. He didn't look the greatest against Tybura. However, I feel like if he comes on, if it's his day that day, he wipes the floor with Aspinall, in my opinion. Vince saying how Francis's underdog is insanity. It's not really, man. Everybody sees what the thing is. Francis, it's always been the same thing, no matter what. If you like Francis, you take the KO prop. He does not win any other way in this fight. That's why he's an underdog. Gane has way more paths to victory. We've seen, yeah. Again, I'm done explaining myself in terms of why Francis is an underdog. It doesn't, whether he's the favorite or the underdog, does not change the fact that he only has one way of winning this fight. Take Francis KO. That is the most bang for your buck right there. Derek saying Della by points plus 460 with the sprinkle. I'd be surprised if this fight goes the full 15, man. I'd truly be surprised if it does go the full 15. I think Jack finishes him at some point here. I don't think that Pete is worthy of being in the UFC at all. Matthew Chalk, good point here. Appreciate the love. What do you think about hedging and sprinkling on Ngannou rounds 1 and 2? I think those are absolutely viable. That is where he wins this fight, round 1 or round 2, in my opinion. Peter Houghton letting y'all know best chat on fight day. Thank you, brother. I truly appreciate it. Vince McMahon saying you should start a Discord channel or do a fight companion. I used to do fight companions. Not a big fan of them, honestly. Like, I don't like sitting in this chair and just chilling watching. I like to, sometimes I get up in between and I like to go burn and blaze or smoke up and shit, or just like to be on my own, just like to do weird shit. You know what I mean? But I do have a Discord channel. It's actually attached to the Patreon. The link is in the description below. $5 a month. But yeah, we have a great Discord community where I am quite active in it on fight nights. So yes, if you do want that, it's on the Patreon. Lucas Gatas saying if Gon wins, I think he'll be champ for a long time. I agree. Until the next time he faces Francis, because again, I think the only trump card against Cyril Gane right now is you need to knock this guy out. Also, I will say this actually, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I do think that Curtis Blades could potentially cause him some issues with his wrestling. We haven't seen Saragon tested with his wrestling at all. So that's the only question mark I have. Aaron Asing figure might creep up to plus 180. I've noticed that, man, during fight days, whenever there's a favorite between like minus 160 and minus 200 or even above that, it seems like the casuals just start to hop in on the lines and start parlaying those spots and thinking they're like automatic free squares to just win the fight. And yeah, I could see that being as a reason why Davison his line might creep up. Jose Valentine saying, "Are you concerned with Francis blitzing Gon like he did against Biggie Boy?" I'm hoping he does that, right? I feel like maybe Gon could counter with a takedown, or his footwork is good enough to get away. And add into the fact that Biggie Boy fight was in a smaller cage, Gon is going to have way more space to get out of the way there. Mauro Fernandez saying, "Who the fuck is this guy? You're the one on my channel. Who the fuck are you?" Let's see. Again, I see some questions about stuff that's not on this card. Uh, let's keep it on this card. Custom. I'm going with Gun. If you spam that one more time, I will boot you out of here. Please. No spamming in this. Um, Robert Sella, super confident in Gun in this spot. Nad Patel is saying, did you know Francis is 8-0 as underdogs and Gon is undefeated as favorite? Great matchup. Looking forward. Yeah, I like it. Urban Men in New Jersey, any value on Stamen? I think there is a solid amount of value on him as the underdog here. Fnatic, nice, good question here. Which newcomer has the best chance to win their UFC debut tonight? I really like Jack Della Maddalena. I think he starches Rodriguez, but Rodriguez is making his debut as well. Um, I think Jazz Vicious has a good case to win her debut. Simon Oliveira has a good case to win his debut. Michael Morales too. I think they all have a good shot of winning. But I'd say Jack is my favorite to get his the first dub in the UFC. Jaden saying you'll never understand until you try it, but being stoned makes watching MMA 10 times better. I do that every single weekend, every single day. But I just don't like doing a fight companion or anything like that while I'm baked. Jason Hago and put that money down on Victor Henry and Jazz Vicious. I'm with you on Jazz Vicious, not so much on Victor Henry. He's a great fighter. I think Barcelos is the shit though. Big Smitch saying, "What strain you smoking for the car tonight?" The wife just actually picked up something called, fuck, what was it called? Uh, it was something funny, something gelato. God, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a great name. I promise it was a great name. Something gelato. We'll see how that fares. Rashawn Powell was saying, "Is there any chance Francis goes for a takedown in round one? He has been working on his wrestling with Usman." Nah, he's been working with Usman forever. When has that guy ever shot for a takedown? Um, and Derek saying, "How do you see Cody versus Saeed going? Props inside the distance are pretty good. Cody ain't finishing shit, to be honest. I think he just grapple fucks Saeed here and wins the fight via decision." Jaden, yeah, he's saying it right here. When I first started betting, I would parlay every big favorite on the card. Exactly. Wow, tap water was saying right there too. Token on some gelato 41 at the moment. Shit's fire. That's weird. I got something gelato. I forgot it was like two words than gelato. I love the two words as well. I forgot what it is. Oscar Ortega. Greetings from Peru. Yes, I appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Over 3.5 train for the co-main too. Yeah, I like that. No bet on it myself, but I do see that fight going to a decision. Mario Gomez will Moreno get another finish? It's plausible. He did it last time, but I'm not on the Moreno train this time. Jack Attack in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Good luck to you as well. Dennis Lee, what do you think of the likelihood of Favola Valdez ending in round one? I think it's a damn good chance. I think it's going to happen in round two, but um, yeah, there's a damn good chance it could finish in the first as well. Robert very casual. LOL. What the fuck does that mean? Again, like guys that don't normally bet, or guys that don't do their research, or guys that don't take betting as seriously as most people, right? If they don't know what they're looking at, they just say, "Oh, this guy's a big favorite. That means he's gonna win," right? That's what I mean. Addy Daddy saying, "I need a Hail Mary trying to buy a car for real." Uh, I didn't construct a multi-event parlay. I won't do one for tonight. I'll probably construct one starting on the February 5th card, but we'll see what happens. Matthew Chalk, do you think that Moreno being so popular and has all Mexico supporting him, that may be the reason for the line? Moreno has a lot of fans or pressers. It could be a mixture of that, but also I think that a lot of people saw what happened in the last fight and think that's how it's always going to go down now. So that's why I think the line is where it is. Thomas Kane saying, "Be prepared to bet Fialo live." In my opinion, the guy has a bit of a cardio issue himself, so I don't think there's as much merit to that. If that's the approach you want to take, by all means, I don't want to stop you from it. I'm not live betting that at all. Um, Urban Man, New Jersey, saying, "You think we'll see a lot of flying attacks from Cyril?" I'd be surprised. I think he's going to be as disciplined as possible. Buffalo on the beat lock. Can you please remind us why you like Jasmine in this spot? I think that being the bigger woman here is going to be the difference. Honestly, like something like that could be the difference between a win and a loss in that division specifically, and especially at that level. Um, excuse me, sorry. I was wondering when my throat was going to feel it talking nonstop for the last 40 minutes. Um, Yeah, it could come down to the strength. I think that Jazz Vicious is the slightly better striker as well. I think where Hansen has her beat is jujitsu, but how good is that jujitsu off of her back? Um, yeah, I like Jasmine here. Mr. Savage saying, "How do you feel about Valdez?" I don't think he's that good at all. He has a shot of knocking out for Vola here, but I think that's the only way he gets it done. DXJC saying Barcelos came in rocking the Cisco. Exactly. He's going the blonde Brunson route. We'll see what happens. MMA Prognosa saying, "Why don't you host Space on Tour?" I tried it a couple times. I kind of enjoy it. I already put out so much content, right? That's the main thing. I put out like 4 or 5 videos a week, and that already takes up enough of my time as is. And then I still need time, for the family, for the wife, all that stuff, and then studying for upcoming cards and putting together all that stuff. So I enjoy the spaces. I know a couple of the guys in the MMA community have already started doing that. I'll leave that to them. I'll stick with my YouTube content creation. Maybe I'll consider doing like a post event spaces where I don't want to, create any content for it. That's something I would consider. Um, maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll do that tonight. We'll see what happens. All right. Leonardo Gimenez saying, "What about the live bet? Someone to look at after round one." Well, obviously Cyril, right? I'm not saying that Ngannou can't knock him out in round two, but a good chunk of that danger is gone after round one. Other spots that you could potentially par or live bet. Jack Della Maddalena, then again, he's minus 365. That is if Pete Rodriguez rocks him and drops him, but doesn't finish him in the first round, and we see that line start to close, then yeah, Jack would be a great live bet going into round two. Um, Oliveira going into round three, even though he might be down on the scorecards, I think he is vicious enough to potentially find a finish on Gravely, whether it's a guillotine on a desperation takedown or a possible club and sub as well. For Vola after round one, I think he's a good live bet as long as his line is better than his pre-fight odds. Yeah, those are a couple live betting spots as well. Honestly, love all the support in here right now, guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Almost just over 300 of you guys in here now as well. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. All right. I'm just trying to get through Rob Rivera once again saying, "So anyone who doesn't have a gambling problem is hardcore." Um, Good question, but I'm just saying that the whole point of this was why will the Figgy line possibly get better? And I'm telling you why is because the people just coming in late now, putting that money on Brandon Moreno, seeing him at that minus 180 line, and just automatically assuming that he's going to win. That's what I mean. And then there are some casuals that are in there as well. I don't know why you got so offended by me saying casual. God damn. Don't act like I'm attacking you, dog. Kadir saying, "Ayo, Mr. White," and all I hear is Jesse in my head. God damn, that is hilarious. Fanatic saying, "Which underdog plus 200 or better could pull off the upset?" I think Jasmine's live at plus 200 or higher. If you can still get her there, I see the money starting to come in on her. I think Oliveira, but his more so is based on him getting a finish. So maybe even just taking him inside the distance will get you a better line. Um, Cody Stamen, I know he's close, not plus 200, but I think he's a decent spot. But yeah, those are the plus 200 or more dogs that I think have a shot here. Preston Parsons saying fade only fans K Hansen. I may or may not have done that. And is that Preston Parsons that I believe it is? I'd be surprised if a guy like that is in my stream right now. Lajwan Dream saying any DraftKings lineup recommendations. Uh, Again, I like Barcelos. I think Gane is a solid spot as well. Um, Cody Stamen could surprise a couple of people. I think again, takedowns, control time, and the obvious win would be nice. He could possibly be low owned as well. Um, Jack will likely get a finish. Those are some spots I like. The one saying last match gone handled the KO artist easily. Doesn't this make him a favorite for tonight's matchup? Different types of knockout artists, right? Derek Lewis is just Derek Lewis. Francis is more dangerous in my opinion. Um, but yeah, seeing Gone handle guys like that gives you a little bit more belief. But Francis is just another fucking another realm. Jaden saying duo stream on Spaces and YT Live. Mm, I haven't done that before. We'll see. Alex McDowell saying family. MMA way more important. Exactly. Um, Savage saying, can Morales put a whooping on Giles? It's possible. I think this is a solid step up for him. We'll see how it goes down. I like Giles, but there's no bet on my end for that. Juju saying Francis hit hard though. Vince, I promise you, I will get to that over under parlay very shortly. As you can see, the live stream is very lively. Okay, Kasam, yeah, out of here, brother. I don't deal with any spamming in here. Apologies for not getting to that sooner, guys. Holy comments. Again, I'm doing my best to catch up with you guys here. All right. I'm going to skim over a ton of the questions and just get to the live here. Again, I apologize it took me so long to get that guy out of here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Colaspo fight you're most excited for. I was most excited for Topuria Jordan, but now that fight is off. Yeah. I gotta say, just based on all the talk all week from the fighters themselves and MMA Twitter itself, I'm very psyched for Moreno and Figueiredo. All right. Gomez or Vanessa, leaning with Gomez, but that is a That is a very tough fight. Uh, both girls quite low level in my opinion. Zero Bob fading for Vola is a must. Honestly, this Valdez guy, not that good in my opinion. KO or bust. If you're betting Valdez, take the KO prop. That's it. Savage saying Vanessa, should he take down offense? I think you meant defense. Um, oh, sorry, Demopoulos. Yeah, Demopoulos. That is my concern, right? I don't think her wrestling is as good as Godina's. Rob Rivera, last comment from as I get ready to subscribe, hit the like button, like your style. My man. I appreciate the love. Zach Johnson saying Morales has a bit of a padded record. No one really mentioned Giles wins behind a good jab. I've been saying that the entire time. I think Giles could win behind that jab. That's his forte, his speed and his jab. Let's see what that cut down to 170 does to him though. Urban saying, don't you think Jordan would have cashed out against Topuria? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Topuria would have grounded that shit ASAP and grinded him out or found that submission eventually. But Jordan inside the distance at plus 1200 was a damn good spot. Andre, do you think Gane can stop Francis? I do think he finishes him late. Voodoo saying, hey Lock, what that game you doing with Clint? How about he takes fireball shots and you take a beer and a bong rip? That's an even personally, I don't like smoking indoors either. Like I don't take bong rips at my place. I step outside at all times. I don't like it stinking inside. I know it might only be one, but still, I'm not a fan of that. Um, I think we're gonna settle on taking a shot of beer every 5 minutes or something like that, or every 4 minutes for our next stream, or at least the stream after our challenge is done. So yeah, Thomas Kane. If Vanessa wins, do we get a split? More than likely. All right. GSJ saying any concerns over Figgy's age? He'll be the oldest ever title winner in the lower weight classes. I don't have any concerns about it. I don't think that's going to be the make or break reason as to why he loses or wins this fight. All right, I'll drop the totals parlay in about 3 minutes. At the 55-minute mark, I'll drop that totals parlay for you guys. Um, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we can cash one. I think we've cashed in the last 10 events. I think we've cashed at least two or three of them. Hopefully, we can bring another dub for you guys this week. Man, almost 400 live viewers. Goddamn, you guys are savages. I know my guy Josh sure goes all over Francis tonight. The family's saying Brandon's going to do the exact same thing as last time. Again, we've seen the fight play out twice. Just because that was the outcome last time, I don't think that means it's going to be the outcome this time as well. GSJ and Ngannou finished beyond round two in play. Beyond round two, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I got prediction guru in the chat. Good luck today as well, my brother. Jay Leno with the dono. Appreciate it, my brother. Poe put so much money on parlays, mostly including Jasmine, Pereira, Cody, Francis, Howney, Jack, and Brandon or Figgy. What are your locks? I wish I could again. Money line wise, again, most of my picks are behind the Patreon wall today, just because I'm on a 3 event winning streak. If you guys want to support, again, not just for the picks, but for all the content and everything I put out, $5 a month. Patreon is in the description below. But money line, my favorite spots got to be Pereira, Barcelos, Madalena, Frivola, but that's just iffy, man. Like maybe even the fight doesn't go to decision in Frivola and Valdez if you have access to that. Those are the spots that I really like today. Drew V letting you guys know 400 viewers and only 85 likes. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. I appreciate it. And you guys don't know it, but those likes help a lot. Jason Hagholm, appreciate you stopping by, my guy. How about that Moda Johnson fight last night? Absolutely. I caught the last 3 rounds of it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. If you guys haven't seen that LFA fight last night and you guys just can't wait until the fights tonight, do yourself a favor. If you have Fight Pass, go back and watch LFA 122 last night. Watch the main event. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right. Peter Houghton saying ESPN just announced that Glover versus Prohaska is official for UFC 274. That would be dope as fuck. That'd be dope as fuck. Never mind saying Will Starks fuck me. Yeah, I know a lot of people were on Starks there. I saw him even reach like the minus 1200 range or something like that. Absolutely insane, man. Zero Bob saying, I don't like that Favola got sparked by McKinney. That's usually McKinney's win condition is that early knockout. And that could be the same thing here for Valdez. Yeah, I agree Favola has a bad shin, but skill wise, I think he runs through this kid. Talk of SD saying, damn, okay, call me out like that. Yeah, again, 430 of you in here now. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. Appreciate the love, my guy. I hope you continue to come back and support the channel. Yeah, another great point about Favola. Strange because he fought Armand and held his own. The difference there is Armand's not a crazy power puncher, right? I'm not totally sold that Valdez is a crazy power puncher either. That's why I don't mind Favola here. But the best hedge, Valdez KO, I think is around plus 350, plus 400. I think that's a damn good spot. GSJ Jasmine versus Hansen reminded me too much of Godinez and Carolina. Size too much of a factor. Could be. Excuse me. Zach Gay saying Will Starks cost him 5 figures. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Glenn the Banker in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Chris for the love MMA. Appreciate you stopping by, my brother. I love confidence, but damn, Figgy seems to me like he may be trying too hard to convince himself. How's the confidence hold when he doesn't start Moreno within 3? I think he's trying too hard just to sell the fight. I don't think it's like him, you know, I don't think it's anything other than that. It's just selling the fight. Urban Menu, New Jersey, locked you cover MMA full time? Absolutely. As of March of last year, I've been doing this thing full time. Thanks to you, motherfuckers, for liking, subscribing, hitting up the Patreon, all that shit, the super chats. Because of you guys, I'm able to do this shit full time, and I'll forever be grateful to you guys. Not just that, but I got obviously the tape index and a couple other things that are helping me pay the bills and all that. All right, I will get to the totals parlay here for you guys. For those of you that haven't been around this stream for a long time or anything, um, I usually give it out a totals parlay at the end of the stream on the Fight Day live chat. Again, it's just kind of like a lottery ticket parlay. Don't put anything crazy. It's not a lock by any means, but it's just nice to have it's nice to have a lottery ticket, and I like to do them with over unders as well. Okay. Evo stuff saying, I remember the stream where you announced you would be able to do it full time, handshakes all around. Fuck yeah, man. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Sunil saying, are you from India? I am Indo Canadian, aka obviously you can tell Indian heritage, but I was born in Canada. Okay. Let's get this totals parlay for you guys. All right, so we are going to go with there it is. Over 2.5 in Jazz Vicious and Hansen. Under 2.5 in Frivola Valdez. under 2.5 in Oliveira Gravely, under 1.5 in Madalena and Rodriguez, over 2.5 in Stamen and Nurmagomedov, over 3.5 in Figueiredo Moreno, and I think I'll end it at that. Again, not as big as my actually, you know what? What is that? 2, 4, 6 leg parlay. Not bad. And especially we got some damn good odds on them as well. I'm putting this parlay together on on Pinnacle right now, and I'm getting plus 742 odds. So I'm gonna put $50 on it. Again, lunch money parlay, nothing crazy. $50 to win 871, and it's in. So once again, it is Figueiredo Moreno over 3.5, Stamen Nurmagomedov over 2.5, Rodriguez Madalena under 1.5, Oliveira Gravely under 2.5, Frivola Valdez under 2.5, and Jasmine Jazdovicius K Hansen over 2.5. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Ivan Baby saying half warrior. Look at that beard. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Hey, Jack, you know what's fake? That block ain't fake. Free pick tonight is Davison Figueiredo. I have 2 units at plus 150. If you want to get the rest of the picks, link is in the description below. $5 a month to Patreon. No long-term commitments or anything like that. I lose tonight, you can unsubscribe if that's how you guys want to do it. But there's a reason there's 330 plus members on the Patreon right now. Love you guys. Love the content. I do already have a breakdown up for Strickland versus Hermanson. Make sure you guys check that out on my YouTube channel. I also have Alvi and Hawes posted on the Patreon. I'll be adding more starting on Monday, getting nice and ahead of the schedule. So yeah, a ton on the Patreon, not to mention the Discord as well. Somebody was asking about that. Great Discord community through the Patreon. And I'll be live in there with those guys talking shit about the fights as well. So love you guys. And I might do a spaces after the event just to talk about all the fights and all that shit. So if you guys are on Twitter at MMALOTN, might talk some shit after the fights. We'll see how I feel if I'm not too baked or hungover or whatever the fuck. We'll see how it goes. Love you guys. Honestly, hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Good luck on your bets tonight. And yeah, content won't be back for the public until the February 5th card. But I will be dropping breakdowns over next week, even though it's a dead week for the UFC, because you got to get ahead of schedule. Love you guys. Good luck on your fights tonight. Let's fucking go. War Davison Figueiredo. Let's go.